What's going on, HBCU Hoop fans? Welcome back to HBCU Hoops with Coach Kannon. Before we look at any on-court action, we need to talk about who the coaches, who the ADs think will rule the league this season. I'm talking about the SWAC. They have released their 2025-2026 men's basketball preseason poll and all-conference teams. I'm breaking down the predicted orders to finish. I'm going to shine a spotlight on the all-conference team and just give you my initial take on the pecking order. Let's dive into it. After all the votes were cast, the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats were tabbed as the preseason favorites. They got a majority of the first place votes with 12, and it looks like the league is buying into what they're building down in Daytona Beach. Southern comes in at second, receiving 5 first place votes themselves. The Jackson State Tigers are predicted third. Alabama State is fourth. And the annual contender, Texas Southern, is right there at number 5. That tells you something important. The coaches believe this is going to be a competitive year at the top, but right now, Bethune-Cookman has the target on their back. Next, let's talk players. Starting off with their preseason player of the year, Daeshun Ruffin of Jackson State. This is a phenomenal selection. Ruffin is a dynamic guard, and he immediately showed off his ability to perform on a big stage by dropping 12 points against Illinois on Monday. He's a stat sheet stuffer. Last season, finished with over 20 double-figure games and just showed his ability to really score and be a two-way player. On the defensive end, we have 6'8" Dr. Bradley as your preseason defensive player of the year. Dr. Bradley is from Bethune-Cookman, and when you have a defensive player of the year as your preseason favorite, it speaks volumes of the identity of what you're trying to build. So Bradley led the SWAC in steals per game at 2.8 last season. He's a transfer from Pine Bluff, where he also averaged almost 20 points and 10 rebounds. Rounding out the first team, we got Michael Jacobs from Southern, who showed off his firepower as he dropped 22 points in Southern's loss against Arkansas. Next up, we have Daniel Rouzan, who joins his teammate Dr. Bradley from Bethune-Cookman. Rouzan proved he belonged in the conversation by scoring 16 points against Auburn in their overtime thriller as they almost upset them. And that's just another reason why Bethune-Cookman is pegged as the favorite. We have Kintavious Dozier from Alabama A&M. Dozier, who's a transfer from Grambling, immediately made an impact by scoring 17 points in their opener, proving he's ready to lead the Bulldogs. Now, let me give you my personal sleeper pick for an all-SWAC first team spot, Arterio Morris of Bethune-Cookman. He's a former 5-star talent who is incredibly gifted, and we saw him shine in the opener. He nearly led the Wildcats to an upset win over Auburn as he put up 20 points in that overtime thriller. If he maintains that level of production and stays focused, he will be a force on his way to that all-conference list by March. And that is, again, another reason why everyone is buying into what is going on down in Daytona Beach, as it looks like they have tons of firepower. Preseason polls are great for conversation, but they don't mean much once the ball tips. It's possible to see a lot of movement in that poll, especially when you have Grambling State and Alabama A&M lurking in the middle. I think the race is wide open. What do you think? Did the coaches, did the sports information directors, did they get it right with choosing Bethune-Cookman as the top spot? Who do you think your sleeper in the SWAC is going to be? Drop your predictions below. If you want to see more HBCU hoops and breakdowns from a coach's perspective, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you next time.